Heyo everybody, Haku here with I think like 9 jump week, maybe it's 10 jump week, I don't know. We have this week's jump week. Oops, I accidentally left the ITLC picture up here on screen as I'm recording. Well, isn't that something? Either way, that's what we're going to be reading first. I'm not going to do a huge massive intro here. This is going to be the first video without Phantom Seer, which is a big pile of suck. Man, that's depressing. But we're going to move away from that depression to talk about ITLC Chapter 11, Witch Watch Chapter 10. Tis time for Torture Princess Chapter 23, which is like the best. I love Tis Time for Torture Princess. And lastly, we're going to end this video off with the brand new manga starting in Jump Blue Box. I think it's supposed to be a romance. I don't really know. But it's new, so I'm excited. We're going to get to read something new, but that also means it's going to be like 50-some pages, and it's going to be like hella long to read. So, either way, because of that, and because I just recorded the last video before this one, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. Gonna jump into ITLC Chapter 11 since I accidentally left this on screen. Since last chapter was so, like, good, and because of the way it was, I wonder what we're going to get this time around. I think the thumbnail for this one had them sitting in the cop car with the guy who was the robber, so I guess we're just continuing straight on from there and not jumping into a new case yet. Oh, it appears people are exiting the bank. We will report more as the situation unfolds. Damn it, my life really is the worst. I shouldn't have tried robbing a bank. I bet those two are on top of the world right now, like a couple of real heroes. And we see, this is kinda creepy. All the police there. That's the way the Eye Investigation Division does things. That's gonna backfire on them one day. That was a fine job, Sakon, Risa. This is a great accomplishment and just the beginning for the for I Division. I've made red bean rice to celebrate. I love Akiraka. You did a great job yourself, Mr. Akiraka. And then somebody drops a radio. Accomplishment? No, this is you declaring war on our division, says the chief. I'll never recognize your division. No throwing things. A rebellious phase at your age? Really? You're making your hair frizz. This isn't a hairpiece. Chief Hamaguchi. He's the current chief of the 1st Criminal Investigation Division, raised in Kansai. And Sakon's just lifting weights. Risa's the cutest. She's so adorable. I freaking love her so much. Alright, we have the Tokyo Detention Center. A few days later. Bank robber Teruhiko Yoshida. Quit coming to visit every day, you dumb broad. Oh, Mr. Teruhiko, you're such a meanie. I brought your favorite ramen from Hisakiya, that shop you like. I know you can only have the broth this way, but drink up. And she just has a straw in the ramen with it going through the grates in the prison glass. No thanks, this is pathetic. Wait, why do you know I like ramen from Hisakiya? Wow, I can't believe all that hair fit in the ski mask. Whoa, holy hell. I didn't notice until that panel. Holy crap, it's huge. Because you mentioned it in a direct message to a fan, of course. And why do you know my direct messages? And then she flexes. She's the cutest. Best anime / manga girl in Jump. I'm asking why, damn it. Because I love you. Where's the harm in visiting you while you're in the detention center? Love me. Yeah, right. If you did, then you wouldn't have arrested me. Huh? You're absolutely right. Why are you on this side? And now she's in prison with him. And she flexes again. That's not an answer. Of course, I've never arrested anyone myself before. Most criminals don't wish to be, after all. Oh, please, don't get the wrong idea. I only acknowledge the negative emotions behind your crime. I wouldn't want you to commit any new crimes while I'm by your side. And she's setting up a picnic in prison. Say what? Listen, I never planned on committing any crimes aside from that one. So why'd you arrest me? Because I got a lot of people in trouble, and now they won't allow me to do as I please like before. They'll force me to quit the force if I don't have some accomplishments or whatever. I'm sorry for being so selfish. A detective who loves criminals is one hell of a contradiction. Why are you willing to go that far to stay a cop? And she pauses. I guess so I can see you, Mr. Teruhiko. Teruhiko Yoshida. He has hair from a different dimension. So I'm really sorry for making you deal with my selfish love. Okay, I'm not really following, but you've done enough. I'm not going to be able to be happy anyway. Even if I get out of the slammer, no one's going to accept a criminal like me. And then, courtesy of your chief, Akiraka made all the food. Don't you worry. What are you, a quick change artist or something? If you ever need a place to work, I can introduce you to a friendly older gentleman. He gladly accepts people in your predicament. Okay. Simple task is simple task. Crushing an apple is a simple task. Okay. This is, interesting references. Besides, you have people who rush to your side when you are in need. That's wonderful in my opinion. But even with all that, if you still think no one will accept you, that the cross you bear for your crimes will end up crushing you, then I'll help you shoulder the weight. All you have to do is come to me. And, if possible, make it romantic. Arrive on a horse like a knight in shining armor. Why are you going so far for a criminal? I do it because I love all of you. While there are those terrified by your love, there are also those saved by it. Though our love is cast from the same mold, by the same time it reaches its target, how it shapes itself or how others perceive it is something not even she will know. How we took her love was also a mystery. Oh? Hey there, Risa. We started the victory party without you. Risa Iowi, she's the detective who falls in love with criminals. Prefers egg sandwiches. There's no winning or losing in criminal cases, sir. Okay then, it's a regular thank you party. That's Shumish? What thermos? Sakon Futatsuki. He's a straight-laced, hot-blooded detective. Prefers chicken sandwiches. Miss Iowi, here's to you. Care for a beer? My, seems like you've had one too many already. Teehee, Risa can't drink beer, so I will instead. That's just Sakon patented protein beer, sir. He's dying. Chief Akiraka. He's a superior with housewife powers. Prefers salmon sandwiches. Okay then, how about something other than beer, like a pichulong? Come now, Mr. Sakon, what are you talking about? I can't drink, I'm a minor. You're a minor? I did not know that. Still best girl. Excuse me. Just kidding. Teehee. That's an excuse to turn down alcohol, right? Teehee hoo hee. Answer me, please. I don't know anything about Miss Iowi. Why she loves criminals so much? Her ties to Kagamino? Nothing. I always figured she was like me, maybe like mid-20s. I don't know, that's just kind of what I got from reading. There's no... I mean, I don't really think about age when it comes to anime characters. Like, for her, like, if you asked me, like, guess her age based on the vibes I get, I'd be like mid-20s. But if you were to ask me for, like, Sakon, I'd be like 17, but that's impossible because he's a detective, so he has to be, like, kind of older. But he does give off, like, those kind of, like, normal anime shonen protagonist kind of vibes. So I don't know. Age doesn't really work in manga and anime. No need to be hasty. There's no shortage of cases. Just get closer to her through your investigations and get to know her little by little. The story's only just begun. Yes, you're right, sir. Hey, little lady, you're cute. Drink with me. Hey, cut that out. Butt out. You trying to be a hero, punk? If she ends up loving you, you're in deep trouble. Just who are you concerned about? And so, this story was the form of her love as seen by me. Years have passed since that thank you party. Everyone in the I Division is gone now. Oh, wow. And, after all was said and done, I took up the pen. I wanted to give form to Risa's beautiful love. It's long, very long, but this prologue is finally... So now we're finishing the I thought the prologue ended before and we started with them forming the I Division. I'm so confused. But now the I Division's gone, and it's 2025. Very long, but this prologue has finally reached its end. It's time to stop letting the moments needlessly tick away, and start things off with a befitting first line. Let the first chapter commence. I am so confused. Chapter 11, Beauty. And we have the main bad guy there with... I'm so confused. With Risa and everyone... I guess it's just a color spread. It's not like real. This isn't like a real thing. Man. R.I.P. Ukon in the background. And we have the guy she loved as well. So I guess they're both facing away because they're both dead. And then we have the bad guy, I think his name was Kagamine, and Akiraka. And then in front, Sakon and Aoi. Gosh, she is so adorable. I love her. But I am so confused. I am so confused. This series just keeps, like, going all over the place. Like, so this is the first chapter? What is next chapter gonna look like? I have just... I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, I love, like, I'm just glancing through the comments. I mean, the comments on most Jump series are just brain dead idiots saying axed every week. But, like, I don't know. Like, some of these are like, yeah, I have no idea. Like, what is prologue anymore? What is, like, this is so confusing. But, yeah, we'll see where things go. Either way, I thought that was a really fun chapter. Up until the end, not that the end isn't fun, it's just that it like sends me for a whole nother loop that I'm like, okay, so 5 years from now, the I Division's gone, Akiraka's still alive. This is confusing. Either way, gonna move on to Witch Watch. And yeah, let's read. Sorry, I'm still just thrown off by ITLC. But yeah, this is gonna be exciting because we're gonna maybe see what's up with the dress kidnapping Nico. I was going to make a reference to Kill la Kill, but for some reason I can't remember the guy's name. So either way, we're just gonna read. We have a color page this time though, and it's great. Again, I really like Khan's design. Nico's hair seems a bit different. Was her hair always pinkish? I thought it was blondish before. Yeah, I thought her hair was blondish before. I didn't know it was pinkish. Huh. Her enemy's a magic user. Okay, so that's like exactly where we left off. Damn it, Morihito, wait. Calm down a sec. How can you expect me to stay calm at a time like this? No, really, how are you gonna... Sorry, hiccup. How are you gonna chase after him? And then he looks up. Randomly chasing after something flying in the sky is so stupid. Leave this to me. Bird blackened sky. Hits the hand signs. What are you doing? And he brings in a bunch of crows. Hey guys, a girl went flying off a minute ago. Seen anything? All the crows in this area are my pals. Be sure to thank him later, okay? Aha, he'll lead us. Follow me. And then he runs off ahead, and they're both competing with one another. And they end up running in front of the crows. Says, "Caw, you idiots! Why are you running ahead of me?" Hey, let me go, googly eyes. If you don't, Moe's gonna come rescue me and beat you up. Not possible. How do you expect him to follow us? I don't know, but he will, no matter where I am. And then we have her stuck in a tree. Moe, what are you doing way up a tree? See, my kite got stuck. I wanted to get it out, so I flew up here, but then I accidentally dropped my wand. Okay, let's get you back down. Thanks, Moe. Sure, no problem. There. I see her. Moe. Oh-ho? A park, huh? I don't see much around here. Maybe we can, much around here we can climb up. Gah-ha-ha. I'm using this witch girl's own magic to fly. You mere familiars can watch from down there and lament your powerlessness. You're a Tengu, right? Can't you fly? Just like you ogres and your horns, present-day Tengu wings are vestigial at best. We can't fly no more. Hey now, Tengu. That's gold, sonny. Gold. Leave me behind like that. We still have the living umbrella. My umbrella? Come on, don't act like such a stranger, sonny. Call me Brelly. I hope Brelly sticks around. Just let him stay alive. Is now really the time for this crap? And then he thinks about the wind control and the kite. What? We're both are familiars. Now's the time to fight. We need to cooperate. And he's gonna Mary Poppins it. The wind is picking up. Perhaps it's time to go. Thanks, Moe. And then the eyes bulging. Sure, no problem. Brelly for the save. Rising earth, flowing sky. Oh, talk about heavy lifting. Sorry, Brilly. What in the... You're using that to fly? Like you're one to talk. A waste of effort. I'll simply harden the fabric. Gah-ha-ha-ha. There, it's as hard as armor. There's nothing you can do. Actually, harder is better. And he punches the bottom of the dress and cracks it, or the smock rather. But yeah, of course that leaves her smockless. Yeah. Pro, no mercy. Conchi, another gust. I know, I know. And he makes it easy for her to land, but just lets Moe crash. Yo, you two okay? Yep, we're fine. Hey, is it me or was the gust of wind you sent to me weaker? It's just you. You know, if I hadn't used a proper ogre falling technique, I'd be dead, right? They're just plain scraps of fabric now. That magic user disguised one of their spells as a package from Miss Ibuki to trap Nico. What are they after? Moe, Khan, thank you for rescuing me. That was really, really scary. I'm sorry. It's okay, Nico. It's not like it was your fault. We'll just have to be extra careful around suspicious objects from now on. From now on? Wait a sec. Wasn't that the disaster? Apparently not. The sigil Miss Ibuki sent hasn't faded yet. Besides, it didn't have any connection to dogs or rain from what I could tell. There is one thing I can say for sure, though. The disaster is that Nico gets attacked by a magic user. Then something like this could happen again? Anxiety leads witches down a dark path. Maybe, but don't worry, we're here for you. Just be your normal self, Nico. Okay. Does that mean I'm moving in with you too, says Khan. What? Are you Khan? Well, that was kind of the whole plan from the start. Our parents already hashed it all out. I just, decided to head out on my own instead. But I ain't gonna be stubborn about it no more. After what just happened, I realize it's best for us familiars to work together. Wow, really? That's great. We'd love to have you, right, Moe? You were supposed to move in with us from the start. Then, where have you been living instead? Yeah, about that. I was living in one of them short-term apartment places, but that must have gone straight to his head, 'cause all the money his parents sent him, he was living in one of those short-term apartment places, but that must have gone straight to his head, 'cause all the money his parents sent him for living expenses went promptly into drinking soda, smashing home runs at the batting center, spending Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Goes without saying that he's flat broke now. Turn him upside down and shake him and you won't get even a nosebleed out of him. Why do you always have to blab about everything? Brilly, stick around. I knew it. You're just broke and looking for a couch to crash on. All that working together crap is just so you don't look like a loser. Ah, that's it, you stupid umbrella. I'ma snap you in half. Bring it on, Sonny. Just try it. Hee hee hee. I don't need other friends because I'm not normal. Huh? Moe, why would I want to be friends with an ogre? Both of them were lonely, but too stubborn to admit it. This is probably a good thing for them. Hi, Mom. Khan finally got here. I love the picture. And with that, Kanchi Kazamatsuri, the Tengu, moves into the Otagi house. Welcome. That was cute. That might be my favorite chapter so far. There have been a lot of good ones, but I like that a lot. So yeah, I like that Khan's sticking around and moving in. I really hope Brilly gets to stick around. And I love their relationships. And again, how sort of kind and great that... Wow, I was just talking about not knowing if her hair was pinkish. Is it pinkish in this picture? I don't know. To me, it seems kind of blondish. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just lost in thought here. But yeah, I don't know. Really enjoyed it. It was great and all. I like that Nico, again, being kind and everything, realized that both of them were lonely, and this is a good way for them to have another friend besides her. So yeah, really great. Gonna move on now to "'Tis Time for Torture Princess," kind of the highlight most of these weeks. Welcome now to "'Tis Time for Torture Princess" chapter 91. So excited, the goat, and we're back in the cell. Princess, 'tis time for torture. She says the title, but where's the spirit? What's wrong? You don't sound like your usual self. And she reacts. She's so cute. Quite astute, Princess. There's naught I can hide from you. In truth, 'tis a matter of utmost secrecy. Tomorrow, job rotation shall be announced. Hellhorde has job rotations. Job rotation? That's where the place you work at might change, right? Yes, in other words, my administering of torture to you. Today might be the last one. What? Because Inquisitor is a fairly specialized profession, job rotation for the position is quite infrequent, but 'tis not completely unprecedented. But you're the evilest Grand Inquisitor there is. You're too good at the job. You should be fine, right? There's also the possibility of moving from on-site work to management, and of course not just for myself. Others may be rotated out of their positions as well. Sorry, I can't help but laugh, because of course we have freaking Master Mama, and I actually forget the blacksmith's name, but of course we got Vanilla and Crawl and Inky and Yoki, but I laughed because of Momo-chan in there. But will they announce the positions tomorrow? Nay, the morning of the rotation. The positions shall be posted at the entrance. Hellhorde job rotation. Why is this place run like a high school? Of course, there's still the possibility that things will continue as they are, with you and I together. Torture. Even if we're split up, let's at least have lunch together still, okay? Again, like a high school? Apologies, 'tis quite a solemn mood in which we've set ourselves. This may be our last day together. Such bleakness is unbecoming of the occasion. Let's make this positive, happy torture, as it should be. She's so cute, I love her so much. I won't submit. The moment I heard this may be our last, I set my resolve and swore to myself, today I absolutely will not submit. The princess you see before you, even your vile methods won't be enough, torture. You alone won't be able to sway me 1 inch. Is that so? Or be that the case, my only recourse is to call for aid for this final torture. Inquisitors assemble, and everyone comes together. It's so adorable. Even the previous animals and Inky and Yoki's younger brother. That's so cool. Here we come, princess. Come and get me. I'm the princess and the commander of the 3rd Legion of the Imperial Army. Even a force of this magnitude still has no chance of making me talk. The princess talked. The following day, Hellhorde job rotation. At last, the announcement. And she smiles. Torture! Princess! Why is Torture there with everybody else that works there? Or why is Princess there? Princess? Whatever are you doing here? I came with Yo-chan and In-chan to see the announcements. But better yet, we made it. We're all staying together. Hee hee, we are indeed. Here's to our many future tortures. The new torture semester is off to a shining start. Yeah, and I won't give in next time either. I was so scared that this was going to be the final chapter. Just because this would, like if they were canceling this would be kind of a really, like, sweet way to go out. I was so nervous. I love it though. This is the best manga. Look at how good just the faces and the character designs are. It's the best. I love this so much. I think it's taken up the mantle from Beastars as my favorite manga that I'm reading. I love it so much. Okay, gonna move on now to something new, something different. We're gonna read the start of Blue Box. So let's see what we get. Again, I mentioned before, I think it's supposed to be a romance. No idea, going into it totally and completely blind. I also didn't look up the mangaka beforehand, so they might be somebody who's done good stuff before, but I don't know. So yeah, either way, let's jump into that. Alright everybody, time for chapter 1 of Blue Box. Let's see what we get. And if I like it, I'll continue on reading this as part of Jump Week every week, and if I'm not all that into it, I might keep reading it, just, to give it more of a chance, but I might not do it in these videos. But either way, let's do the first chapter. Every morning, there's this one person who I'm always dying to see. Alright. Number 1, Chinatsu-senpai. Blue Box by Koji Miura. Also, sorry if my voice is kind of dying. I've been reading aloud for 2 hours-ish now. And that person is... Ow, are you alright? I'm fine. Badminton team, Taiki Inomata, third year in junior high. I'm so sorry, I was practicing my elbow passes. Let me take a look at that. It's turning red. Basketball team, Chinatsu Kano, first year in high school. That must have hurt. I'm really fine, I mean it. But, oh, I've got just the thing. Here, have this. Cot cat? She pulled out a candy out of her pocket. Think you can forgive me? Of course I'll forgive you. I attend Daimei Junior and Senior High School. It's a combined junior and senior high school with the powerhouse of a sports program. After retiring from club activities in junior high, I've been inviting myself over to practice with the high school's badminton team. There's open practice in the mornings, and I try to show up earlier than anybody else, but the first one to arrive is always Chinatsu-senpai from the girls' basketball team. In the still chilly gymnasium, she practices her shots over and over. That's how Chinatsu-senpai is, and I love her for it. Aw man, I'd sure love to marry her. Not gonna happen. Dude, that's harsh. Badminton team Kyo Kasahara, third year in junior high school. How could you suddenly get married? Her face would be the first thing I'd wake up to in the morning. It'd be paradise. Care for some coffee? Back up a bit. There's no way you could even date her. Chinatsu-senpai is the basketball team's future MVP. She's not only got the skills, she's got a great personality and that star quality. She's an incredibly popular player both inside and outside of school. She's even been featured in magazines. While you, on the other hand, may be alright at badminton, but you're not even a little bit popular. They just let you practice in the high school. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. To put it another way, Chinatsu-senpai is the seeded team, and you're the one who gets eliminated in the first round. That's how different the levels you two are on. Okay. You don't even have anything in common except practicing early in the morning. We do so have something in common. I'll have you know my mom's an alum of Amei's basketball team. Private schools have a lot of legacy students, huh? Tanaka told me the same thing. I get what you're saying, Kyo, but still. You gotta rise to the challenge because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And going up against a powerhouse is fun in its own right. Then at the very least, set your sights on advancing to the second round. Like get her to know your name or ask for her number. Good point. What you talking about? What'd you do that for? Just saying hi. Rhythmic gymnastics team Hina Chono, third year in junior high. What are you, a grade schooler? Nope, I'll be in high school come spring, same as you two. And I've grown 7 whole centimeters since elementary school. Wow, a whole 150 centimeters. You shut your mouth. You're not even 170. I'm still growing. They're both grade schoolers. Anywho, something bothering you? It's nothing. But just for reference, what sort of things do girls like guys to do for them? No way. Don't tell me you've got love problems. If so, just leave everything to me. First of all, don't be a beta. Act like you're comfortable in your own skin and someone dependable. Plus, the most important thing of all, be a hunk. Is the coach coming today? Beats me. Should have never asked Tina. Her taste is way too particular. And he's working out. And then he runs into the girl. Maybe the gym's still locked. Now's my chance. I gotta talk to her. First, I'll introduce myself. Wait, no, that's too sudden. What is this, an interview? I should thank her for the chocolate bar from the other day, even though I haven't eaten it yet. I'm not worthy. I know, I'll ask her what she's reading. Maybe I'll just keep quiet. And she sniffles. Excuse me, it's just been washed. You can borrow this if you'd like. Huh? And also, I've got warm tea. This thermos is really good at retaining heat. Plus I've got gloves and pocket warmers. It warms you up if you shake it. Crap, I charged him blindly. Being offered a pocket warmer from some underclassman she doesn't even know. She smiles. What is it? I was just wondering what else you were going to pull out of your bag. Huh? There's also... I'm just joking. I appreciate the thought. It's my pleasure. I got her to laugh. And he sneezes. Oh, I'm alright. So you keep warm, okay? Something about this reminds me of a newlywed helping put on a necktie. Sorry, it's fine. I've always kind of suspected that Chinatsu-senpai has a lower body temperature. There, all finished. Try not to catch a cold. Taiki Inomata. How do you know my name? Good question. Has she always known it? You've got a good mom. My mom? Oh, it's on the scarf. Oh, jeez. At least she knows my name, but it's still embarrassing. Go for it. 1 point. Hey, Taiki, you mind wetting the rags? Well, at least she now knows my name. Hearing her say it was more powerful than I thought it'd be. In any case, I've at least made it to the second round. Next is the third round. I'll ask for a number. And he sees her talking to someone. That's the coach for the girls' basketball team. And Chinatsu-senpai. What are you looking at? Hina, I wasn't looking at anything. Don't aim too high now. Like you're one to talk. I just thought she looked really serious, so I couldn't help watching. The other day, I saw her talking alone with some guy. What? And she laughs. Just kidding. Why this little... Oh, I forgot my towel in the gym. What is it? You forget something? Yeah, go ahead and I'll be leaving then. Thank goodness it's still open. And she's still just practicing alone. I didn't expect this. She's at it again. Taiki Inomata. You still practicing? She remembered my name. I wasn't happy with how I played during today's practice. It's not good to overwork yourself. I know, but today I just wanted to feel the ball a little longer. She really loves basketball. She caught me staring. How about a game of 1-on-1? Come again? Let's take 5. And then we skipped afterward. Let's take 5. I'm sorry. I look pathetic. But you're just what I expected from the badminton team. You're quick on your feet. Well, my mom was on the basketball team. We play together sometimes. Same with my mom. She was on the basketball team too? We used to play together before I even started youth basketball. We've got that in common. It's fate. Have you ever considered trying out for basketball? I don't think I'm really cut out for the team aspect of it. Ends up making a fast break all by himself. Sorry to hear. Besides, I really like badminton. Standing on that court all by myself, the feeling of all the responsibility falling on me. Whether I win or lose, I get a thrill from the pressure. Is either to my credit or my fault. That's pretty masochistic, but I can see that. So, that's why you practice hard. I could say the same about you. Hey, just take the compliment. I mean, Chinatsu-senpai, you were even practicing on the very next day after leaving junior high, right? What? It had to have been a year and a half ago. Practice was cancelled that day, but I happened to come to school since I live nearby. I had some gear to stow, and that's when... And she's crying. After that, I heard how your team just barely missed the cut for nationals. That must have really crushed you. And when I thought of how hard you must have worked to end up feeling that crushed, I told myself that I would work just as hard. Now that I think about it, that may have been the first time that I realized I liked her. Huh? I forgot about that. Time to head home, kids. That was a surprise. For a moment I thought she was crying. I'll put the balls away. Thanks. Don't mention it. Maybe it's only because it's after practice, but her hand felt warmer than before. I overslept. Morning. Huh? Aren't you going to wear your sweatshirt today? Nah, it'll be warm out. But I just washed it. Sorry, Mom. And we have Chinatsu Kano. Chinatsu-senpai? You know that girl? Not really. Back in my day, I used to be teammates with Chinatsu's mother. What? What are you yelling for? No reason. We've got so much in common. If only I'd known sooner. We sometimes keep in touch, but I had no idea that Chinatsu had turned out so impressively. But it's a real shame. Work is taking them overseas. They're moving in mid-March. How I'll miss them, now that she mentioned it. Taiki? Work, overseas? What gives? What's the big idea? Can she really be okay with this? You've kind of just met, my man. Always the first to arrive in the morning, practicing more than anyone, even when she was hurting so much inside. What about her feelings? All the effort she's put in so far? Her goals, her teammates, everything. Can she really just leave all that behind? Inomata, what's the matter? Chinatsu-senpai. You have to go to nationals. You taught me, Chinatsu-senpai, that you need to keep your eye on the goal and put in the effort every day, and that even if you lose, you just keep moving forward. So please don't give up. Your parents getting transferred for work, something outside of your power like that, moving abroad because of that, that's just... I'm sorry, but I'm not going abroad. Huh? Wait a minute. Well, technically my family's going, but I'll be staying here at a family friend's house. It's going to be his house, isn't it? This means that I just... Well, that's good to know. Victory and escape. I struggled with the decision. I'm going to go, I'm going to miss my family, being apart from them, but then I had the opportunity to remember how the season ended for me in junior high, and I realized I wanted to go to nationals. I didn't want to give up, and it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Taiki Inomata. Well, I didn't really do anything. How about another one-on-one? Let's try badminton too this time. Sure thing. Wait a minute. All that stuff I said was embarrassing, or was way embarrassing, wasn't it? How could I just assume that and commit the biggest blind charge of my life? Thank goodness it's Sunday. This must be the first time ever that I actually don't want to see... Chinatsu-senpai? Good morning. What? Chinatsu-senpai, what are you doing in my house? Oh, Taiki, you're awake. Remember what I was telling you before? You can't seriously mean. This is Chinatsu Kano. Starting this spring, she'll be living with us. Thank you for your kindness. I can't tell you what a big help this is. Not at all. We're ex-team... What are ex-teammates for? Thanks for having me. No wonder you were the center on the team. Oh, knock it off. We are Ame and the moms, of course, just hitting it off. You've got to be kidding me. The last few pages of that were pretty good. Other than that, it was... it certainly wasn't bad at any point. It was just basic romance stuff. Extremely basic romance stuff. Nothing new, nothing different, nothing special. Seen the same sort of thing a million times before. The art and character designs, again, are good, competent, but aren't above average. It's just it was good. I'll probably read it on my own. I don't know if I'll keep doing reactions to it and clog up Jump Week with the extra time. But, yeah, it was okay. Everything about it was just sort of, average. Just sort of okay. Nothing I haven't seen a million times before in other romances or school dramas. Just normal. I don't know, there's not really much to do in terms of reviewing it other than to say, the characters I like, but were just normal. The story, the plot, again, seen the same thing a million times, which I guess is kind of a knock on it. The art was aight. I mean, it wasn't as good as a lot of the other things in Jump, but the bar is kind of a little bit low right now. So, I mean, it's not the worst either. It's just a little below average, maybe. I don't know. It's just whatever altogether. So, I don't know. I can't really think of anything great to say. But yeah, I did enjoy it well enough, and it could get much, much better. Because it is just an intro chapter, there's much, much more to be done. And I'm going to keep reading it. And I usually don't read things unless I plan to do my absolute best to enjoy them. So yeah, I'm going to be reading it, probably going to be enjoying it. But I don't know if I will do it on these videos unless people really want to see my reactions. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I'll give you one. And if you would like to support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.